And welcome back to the third and final part of the theme park planning vlog. And this one I'm going to talk about kit. Now, this entire vlog is predicated based upon the idea you want to save money. If you really don't want to carry anything, you don't need to. You can buy whatever you need, be prepared for the money, and it can be expensive, and the time, and that's the critical thing. Queuing for a bottle of water when you could be queuing for a ride doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But you might not care, you might not want to carry a bottle of water until you need a bottle of water. And you can buy anything in these parks. You can buy your ponchos, you can buy your food, you can buy your water, you can even buy cameras. You can even hire cameras in certain parks. So I'm going to break this down as things, various requirements that you're likely to carry with you. 1. Water. Just a tip, try freezing one of the bottles or a few of the bottles to make the water pack cold. It's a pleasant change on a hot day. I use disposable bottles, ones I pick up throughout the times between parks. Fill them with water, and when they're empty, they're in the bin, they're gone. One less thing to hassle about, one less thing to worry about. It's gone, it's goodbye. And the reason you carry water is you must keep hydrated. I mentioned earlier about preparing yourself, and don't get sunstroke or sunburn because it will ruin your holiday. Right. 2. Food is the next thing, item number 2. Think trail mix, think snack bars, think beef jerky, think the sort of things that you can carry with you and not have to worry about. Dried fruit. Why are this stuff all small and mashable? Because the last thing you want is for it to get squashed. A squashed peach is foul and will ruin whatever it gets squashed with. So prepared for it to be broken and twisted, and nut bars are fine. You open them up, you scoff them down, they keep you going, until of course you have your meal. And always have one meal in the parks, half the fun. 3. Maps. Get them beforehand, get them posted to you, pick them up from a hotel, you print them off the net. If you carry them with you, that's fine electronically, carry a little PDA or something, that's very good. I personally prefer paper, I prefer the feel of it, and let's go marching that way, blah, blah. And of course everyone can scribble all over their maps, which is a lot harder if you've got some sort of electronic device. 4. Comms. If you're a group of people, you will have different paces. You will want to go in different directions. And if you split, you either have to arrange to meet at a central place, or you have to find some way of talking to each other. Communications. Radios, phones. Radios, great little items. Limited on distance possibly, but it's unlimited calls. Phones can be expensive. Now both phones and the radios require batteries, so make certain they're fully charged. 5. Recording equipment, cameras, video cameras, phones, tripods. All things you want to be thinking about beforehand and getting used to. I said in preparation, learn how to use these things. If you're using a phone, is it set up to Facebook straight away, the photo? Can you flicker it? All these sorts of things, get it sorted now. When taking photos of groups of people, don't hesitate to ask a member of staff. They love being helpful. That's what they're there for, to be helpful. So let them be helpful to you. And conversely, offer other people. You see a couple trying to do the old offer to help it. It takes you seconds to go. Makes their day and makes your day because you're helping them. Again, with recording equipment, think batteries. 6. Emergency gear. Okay, this is the sort of kit you only need if things start to go wrong. First thing to be aware of, are you close enough to be able to dash home to pick this sort of stuff up? You know, so if you are, you don't need to carry it. If you're not, do. Hot weather gear is a classic, especially in somewhere like Florida. Hats. I have a big Australian bush hat. I've got a friend who has a pith helmet. We take the mick out of him, but I wore it once. It's wonderful. Big, hard to pack, but think about the weird. It Keeps the sun off your head, keeps you cool, it's distinctive in a crowd so people can spot you. Other ways for hot weather gear: an umbrella. Umbrellas are just for wet weather. In the sun, they get nice sunshade, parasols for example. And think about cooling stuff. One of these misters, one of these little fans, a cold wet towel, a wet towel wrapped around that frozen bottle of water. Lovely if you need it in the heat of the day. Cold weather gear. Bear in mind you could be starting at 6:30 in the morning and finishing at midnight. I have. You go through a wide variation in what the weather's like. Evening wear can be cool, so think about layers. By the way, this could be the excuse you need to buy that sweatshirt you've always wanted. You know, the one with the Mickey logo or what have you, or the one from your favourite film. Take the opportunity to pick one up, but make it layers, because you can take off layers. If you have one big bulky jumper, that's off, you're freezing, or you're boiling. Wet weather gear, already mentioned umbrellas. Cagoules can be wrapped up really tight. Ponchos, hint on ponchos, buy them beforehand, get them as little as 30 to 40 pence each, dispose of them. Okay, you're wasting 30 or 40 pence, so what? You're not lugging around a wet poncho after the rains have gone. As the bins go past, in goes that, carry a few. 7. Shoes. You will be in and on your feet and in your shoes all day. Be sensible. No high heels. 8. Meds and glasses. Medications. Do you have them with you? Do you need them every day? Are you carrying any spares? Do you have the prescriptions? These are all things you've got to think about. These are about the only item you can't buy in the park. And actually, prescriptions, you can get them ordered in. It's expensive, but you can do it. 9. And the final thing with all this kitty is LCE, load carrying equipment. What are you going to lug it around in? Rucksack or bag? I mean, I've got a nice Indiana Jones bag that I use. I carry rucksacks myself. Bear in mind, if you're going to parks, several parks now search your bags, which is a pain in the backside. And carrying them on the ride can be fun. On your back you can't sit in, so you've got to take them off, which means you've got to strap them onto something. Where and what? Belt order. Okay, we can all wear the cargo pants. Very useful, lots of big pockets. A big belt with lots of pouches on it can be taken off, can be taken on, sits on the hips, assuming you've got a hips, and you've got a waist to wear them. There are certain people who now have a problem with that these days, which is a shame. A belt order. Keep them separate because your trousers can be too full. Vests. Load carrying vests. I have one that I use because when I'm travelling with my parents, I'm pushing my mother around and I'm carrying a rucksack on my back for the day bag, so I carry a vest with my bits in. But remember, it can be quite warm. Cargo pants, mentioned earlier. Don't overload them. It can lead to a problem with them staying out. It can be an embarrassment. I have seen it happen. Final thing is caching. I mentioned how close are you? If your room's in a hotel next to a park, why carry anything? Do you have lockers available? Are you using a pram or a buggy? Even a car, depending on how close you are. Certain parks are a long way away from that. But all kit is predicated on saving you money. You carry your credit card and your entry ticket, any meds you need, and those are the 3 things you absolutely need. The rest you can make do with. Hope it's been of use. I'm looking forward to you trying these out in Orlando on my holiday that I've won, because Orlando makes me smile and I'm so happy, and I hope this list is useful to you. I know it's been useful to me. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
Shine bright, don't